What's going on, everybody? Andrew here for another Hot Sauce Underground barbecue review for the Barbecue Sauce Masters competition. Today I'm doing the Chattanooga Whiskey Apple from, as you guessed it, Mr. Greg Dooley, the Chattanooga Chili Head. The ingredients of the sauce are apple cider vinegar, water, tomato paste, molasses, Chattanooga Whiskey Reserve 1816, honey, Vidalia onion, Granny Smith apples, roasted garlic, Carolina Reapers, balsamic vinegar, Worcestershire, smoked paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, ginger, salt, cinnamon, and dill. Whew, that's a mouthful. So I'll start off. As you can see, it's a nice dark brown. It coats the sides very nicely. It's a nice liquid it has a nice viscosity, but it's still kind of it pours really well. It's pretty smooth. It's got a nice sheen to it. It coated the meat really well in cooking as well. I'll show those to you now. You can see that. The visual, I mean, it's the perfect color for a whiskey style barbecue sauce with apples. And judging by all the other ingredients, I mean, with the balsamic and the Worcestershire and the molasses, I would definitely think, I mean, it's the perfect color for this style of sauce. I did notice when I was shaking the wings, it was on the runnier side. But for consistency, I mean, once it cooked on the wing, and the way it rolls around in the jar, I mean, it'll definitely be a good dipper, consistency-wise. Like, it'll coat the meat really well, and it's got a little bit of, not like chunky, but it has like some texture to it, from what I can tell. And I mean, for the look of this style of sauce, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it a 9. It's right where it needs to be. Next, I'm gonna go into the aroma. I mean, the house smells great. So, in cooking, it has a good smell. You can smell some of the vinegar from the apple cider and the balsamic. You can smell the sweetness of the molasses. The primary smell is the whiskey, in my opinion. And I would almost say, if I had to pick a whiskey, I would probably lean more on a bourbon. Or a standard American corn-based whiskey. If y'all don't know about me, I love whiskeys. But I do think the whiskey smell is a little bit overpowering. Like, I'm having a hard time picking up on the garlic and the onions and some of the other smells, but I can pick up on them. And it's a great smelling sauce when it's cooked, and it's a great smelling sauce in general. I mean, and I can't put my love of whiskey in the numbers. Like, I mean, I can't be, because I love whiskey, I can't be bias on the smell, because my judging criteria is more based on balance of smell and likability overall for smell versus having an ingredient I like in it that smells good. Richard Bryson's sauce, the swindle sauce, although I love bacon, it was primarily the main smell there. So that's kind of where, just as an explanation for you. But I did pick up some of the other, the sweetness in the. I mean, I could smell the balsamic. I could smell the molasses. I could smell the apple cider. There was a hint of Worcestershire. I mean, it had that like richness to it, but it did. I mean, quite frankly, smell a lot of whiskey. So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with an 8.5 for smell. Now for taste, nice spoonful there. Very sweet. It's a great whiskey flavor. You can pick up on the onions and the garlic, and those reapers are right there too. And I think, I mean, that's good. I do like a hot sauce for sure. Mm. Mm. Okay. The flavor of the bourbon died down in cooking, but when you dip it in, sorry, the whiskey, it you can hit that note of bourbon, and the heat is there. Probably for taste, because I mean, in the cooking of it, and it brings out some of the different notes than dipping. But it is interesting because you can have this sauce with a specific flavor, and then you can dip to pick up some of the other flavors, and it has quite a bit of heat to it. Taste wise, I'm gonna probably have to go, I mean, I'm gonna say a 9 on the taste, because I really enjoy the different balances that each of the different, with by itself. I appreciate the balance on when it's cooked, and for heat, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I do like a hot sauce, and I think the robustness with the whiskey and the sweetness and the level of heat there all kind of meld together in the right spots, because a lot of the flavors in here are very bold. I mean, you pick up on the vinegars and the balsamic and the sweetness of that. You pick up on the molasses. You pick up on the flavors of the whiskey, and the way it blends on both sides You pick up a little bit more when the sauce is cooked on the meat, and you pick up something different when you're dipping and eating it completely straight. So there's definitely a great balance there. So and a lot of those flavors, when you do pick them, I mean they're pretty pronounced, and so having a sauce with a higher heat, I think, lends to those robust flavors of some of the other ingredients. So that and I love heat, so I mean there's nothing you can do about that. So overall, I'm going to give it a 9. The sauce itself is really, I mean, it's a great sauce. Greg did a great job at making a sauce that had a different variety, some different varieties of flavors within it, and you can taste them differently in different applications. And I really appreciate being able to do that. And I do appreciate a good level of heat in the sauce as well, because at least from the perspective of the balance, I think the heat was balanced to what this sauce needed. If it wasn't as hot, I think the sweetness may have taken over a little bit. So that being said, total score is 3 times 9 is 3 times 9 is 27 plus 18 is 45. 17, 18 plus 27 is 45. There we go. Chattanooga whiskey apple sauce. Or, sorry, the Chattanooga whiskey apple barbecue. 45 out of 50 for Mr. Greg Dooley. Another great sauce in the Sauce Masters competition. I think this is, just to give you a recap, I think this might be the highest score that we've had so far. Yep, that's the highest one so far. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try and put up another one tomorrow as well, so keep that in mind, and thanks for watching.